right, so for the final topic of the night,
Oh
again,
boy.
this is January 2nd, 2021. Just a reminder to all the fans, like, comment,
Comment.
subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to help this channel grow. So again, with this last topic, we'll be talking about the Pickems for week 17. I will be going over the games,
Ooh,
just so we all know.
Hey, not to cut you off, Vic, but we gotta get a little bit hype. Let me put you on stake real quick. Not only some teams that we have playoff stakes are up in the air, but for here between us,
Mr. Pickems.
it's kind of up in the air now since somebody calls himself the word that I will not say, but he'll continue to rant himself as the name that he always calls himself.
Who won last week?
Yes, that's what I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
Trey won last week, so now
Mr. Pickems won last week.
see what I mean. Um, now we're in a three-way. It's a three-way tie now.
For the
So
rest of the
now
season.
we got now. This is very crucial. This is crucial. It's very crucial.
Well, yeah, so you guys know what this means for those who've been
That
watching
means
the shows.
that means you got one streak out of a month.
That means I'm about to start the new year off with a bang. But
I'll say you
in
need to
this,
start.
I'm gonna end this season as Mr. Pickems, as I self-proclaim myself.
Sure, let's go with that. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, Vic, go ahead and give us the
All
games.
right, so first game we got Atlanta at 4-11 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 10-5. This game is just a seeding purpose for the Bucks. Atlanta's obviously eliminated. Bucks currently hold the fifth seed, so they're either going to go up or down. Just there's different scenarios on that one. Baltimore at 10-5 versus the Cincinnati Bengals at 4-10-1. This one is Ravens win, they're in. Ravens lose, possibly could be out, but also depending on whether a few other teams may lose, they could still be in. But after that, Dallas versus
I'm
the
tripping.
New York Giants, no playoff implication on that one. So it's just, well,
No,
actually,
yeah, that's a
the
huge playoff
Giants,
implication.
Oh no, that's huge
yeah, my bad,
playoffs indication on that one.
my bad. The Dallas Cowboys have a chance to get into the playoffs, but of course they need the Washington football team to lose and some other scenarios. um, Miami at 10-5 versus the Buffalo Bills at 12-3. Playoff implication for the Miami Dolphins. They win, they stay in. They lose, they can potentially be out, especially if the Colts win. Um, Buffalo, it's really no point in them playing the starters, but I guess it's
I'm sure
just,
they want to keep a division rival out.
yeah. That's probably they're just playing spoiler alert. So Minnesota at 6-9 versus Detroit. No playoff implication there. That's a fact. The Jets, Spencer's team at 2-13 versus New England at 6-9. No playoff implication there. We
You know
got
how bad it is. I'd rather you say Spencer's team like the Patriots, which I despise. I'd rather you say that than the Jets. I really would.
and we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns, which
Younger brother, man.
there's playoff implications, especially for the Cleveland Browns, more
right.
so because of seeding. And actually, looking back at it, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 12-3, and so are the Buffalo Bills. So if the Buffalo Bills lose against the Miami Dolphins, the Pittsburgh Steelers win against the Cleveland Browns, they can get that 2 seed back.
But we already sat Ben,
But
so I don't
yeah,
think we care about the 2 seed at this point.
so with that being said, I stand corrected. The Miami versus the Buffalo Bills, there is implications for that for the the Bills, especially with seeding purposes, if they care about that. The Arizona Cardinals at 8-7 versus the Los Angeles Rams at 9-6. Playoff implications. Uh, Cardinals, they need to win. They need Chicago
Get
to
in.
lose to get in. And I'm not too sure with the Rams if they lose, if the Cardinals can.
The Rams has to win. Seahawks must lose
I think
because
Okay.
The Rams are currently have a spot right now, though, right?
right, but
Yeah.
in order to have a higher seeding,
Oh,
well, not a higher seed.
they can still get
Yeah,
the
they can still.
division.
Yeah, they can still get it because even though they lost, they still beat. They have to beat the. They have to beat the Cardinals because they're now it's 1-0.
It's a division game. Yeah.
Right, it's 1-0. So in order to tie it up, they have to win it. If not, the Cardinals are going
But
to.
they need the Seahawks to lose too, though.
Yeah, they need Seahawks to lose.
So yeah, they got a lot going on. So,
They got a lot going on.
but I
That's what I
mean,
say. This is a very
basically they
stressful
got to win
Sunday.
though. They have to win more or
Yeah,
less
they have to win.
to
Yeah, they have to
stay
win.
in, and they can potentially still win their division. But
Right. It's a very stressful Sunday.
more importantly, they need to win first off before they worry
Right.
about any seeding. But
All
yeah,
right.
like you said, the Cardinals beat the Rams, and the Bears lose. The Cardinals will get in.
So with that being said about the Arizona Cardinals winning this game against the Rams, if they do that, the Green Bay Packers at 12-3 play against the Chicago Bears at 8-7. But the left tackle for the Green Bay Packers is now out. So that could possibly
Could change
hurt
some
their
things.
chances. But Aaron Rodgers,
Yo,
I've seen
Matt.
him do it with off. Yeah, I've seen Aaron Rodgers do it with a bad offensive line. So you never know. Um, Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-14 versus the Colts, which the Colts they need to win this game and they need either the Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns, or the Miami Dolphins to lose to get in as long as they take care of business. Um, the Los Angeles Chargers at 6-9 versus the Kansas City Chiefs at 14-1. Chiefs have the number one seed locked up, so it doesn't matter. Chargers are out of the playoffs. Game really doesn't matter. So it's just really for seeding purposes. Well, actually, I mean, it's not for seeding purposes. It's just
It's just
for
practice.
fun.
It's
Yeah, it's a
practice.
scrimmage. The
It's
jamboree.
practice.
Um,
It could
the
be
Las
for the
Vegas.
MVP if Mahomes wanted it. I don't know, but yeah.
Mhm.
He
The
said I'd rather have the bowl MVP than that.
Hey,
But go
I
ahead.
feel him.
Then you got the Las Vegas Raiders versus at 7-8 versus the Denver Broncos at 5-10. No
Out.
playoff implication at all.
So they're just
Just
playing. Play.
just looking to see who gets a lower draft pick, which obviously the Broncos are going to get the lower draft pick because they're 5-10. But yeah,
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints at 11-4 versus the Carolina Panthers. Now this one,
Does have some.
Yeah, because that's
That's
another.
how-
We did, that's another.
That's
we didn't talk about.
implications for the Saints because if the Packers
Packers,
somehow
Saints and
some
Packers,
way
yeah, 2 seed.
lose, Saints will not only clinch the AFC, but will also get not AFC, NFC, the
NFC.
NFC, but also get that bye.
Yep. Well, yep. So,
Yep, they'll get that bye.
then you got the Seattle Seahawks at 11-4 versus the 49ers at 6-9.
Which is also
Um,
has
Playoff implications, more so seeding purposes.
Yeah,
But
they can go from a division leader to a wild card if they were to lose and the Rams were to win. So
yeah. But
well, how so?
what was that?
oh,
How
Seahawks?
so? Yeah, Seahawks. They pretty much clinched the division because the
They could
Rams are 9-6 and the Cardinals are 8-7. So
no.
it's,
Okay, well, yeah, okay. I heard what. Yeah, no. So this is what happens if the Seahawks win, they'll be what 12-4 or
yeah,
what?
12-4.
that means they'll be tied up with, if the Saints lose, they'll be 12-5, right? Or wait, am I tripping?
Okay, so if the Saints lose, they'll be 12-5. If
Right,
the Seahawks win, they'll be 12-4.
right. And then if Green Bay lose, they'll be 12-5, right?
Green Bay loses, they'll be 12-4. So Green
12 and
Bay's
4.
only
It'll be tied. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be
so
tied.
it'll be tied, but I don't even know who. Did they even play against each other?
I don't think so.
No, they
Not
didn't
this
play
year.
head to head. It
Green
would
Bay
Oh
and
my.
Seattle.
that will come down to conference wins.
Yeah, it'll probably go to conference
Okay,
standings,
but
and
no,
they'll probably give to Green Bay. They'll give it to Green Bay, but
but the Seahawks
but for
the Seahawks have the division locked up.
yeah, they have the AFC, the NFC West. Yeah, they have the NFC West.
So he was talking more so for the NFC. It's a outside chance, I guess, they could try to get into the 1 seed, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I
I thought.
don't see the Saints and Packers both losing. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
one's gonna win, but I'm saying, what if?
So then after that, we got Tennessee at 10-5 versus the Houston Texans, which is a playoff
And then-
implication because if the Tennessee Titans lose, then
oh yeah, the
For
thing
one-
interesting for the Colts.
because then they can potentially win the division and they can also send the Titans home.
Does that send them home though? Because
It does because if the Titans don't win,
Well,
not only they lose not lose the conference, they
okay,
lose.
so yeah, they lose the division. So basically, they switch. The
Yeah.
Colts go into the division. The
Right.
Titans come out. But what would
Right.
their
But-
record be? Because I feel like the Titans beat y'all head to head.
exactly. So they'll need us to lose, and they'll need
Right.
or they need the Dolphins to lose in
right.
order to stay up top.
So basically,
Actually,
them and the
you know what?
Colts, them in the Colts situation would switch basically.
Yeah, because remember,
Because the
because
Colts
both of
need
them
y'all
has
to
the
lose.
same. Both of them has not only the same record, but in the division they have the same record in the division. So nobody
but
has
they
clinched
split.
their division yet. So Sunday, whoever wins clinched their division.
Titans control their own destiny right now, so just like the Ravens do. So
It's a very stressful Sunday.
Who cares what the Ravens?
so
So is there a way that the Titans and Colts can both make it and the Ravens don't make it? Is that what I'm
The
hearing?
Ravens gotta lose.
Ravens gotta lose. That's it. Titans and
That
Colts
would
gotta
be
win, and
beautiful.
Ravens gotta lose.
Wouldn't that be a great Sunday? That'd be
Drink bleach.
amazing.
Drink bleach. Matter of fact,
Oh.
go ahead and cross that road at
That'd
5
be-
o'clock.
That'd be amazing.
All right.
All right, so for the final game, we have the Washington football team at 6-9 versus the Philadelphia Eagles
now there's
Yeah.
clarification
or
for that one too.
10-1.
Which I want to say, all Washington has to do is win, and they win the
Mhm.
division.
They're in. Yep.
They just
That's
got
it.
to win today. That's all they got to do.
Yeah, it's good. This gonna be. Yeah, Spence
It's
off air said this might be one of the craziest or
it's the most stressful Sunday in a football fan's history.
yeah, this might be the craziest week 17 we've had.
There is so much riding on the line.
And you know what's crazy though?
Everybody
Besides the NFC East, which they're gonna send like a bad team, people were
Right.
complaining about them adding an additional team because they felt like
So-
it was gonna water down like good teams getting in. But at
So-
this point, it's gonna be a 10-win team that misses the playoffs in the AFC.
So
It's
here's the
gonna be a
thing.
good team that doesn't go.
So here's the
Still.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I told my friend this today. In the NFC, who has double digits is 4 teams in the NFC, maybe 5, maybe 4 to 5 teams in the NFC that had double digit wins. There's 7 teams in the AFC that has more than 10 wins.
Yeah.
I really
Stressful.
like this playoff
Stressful.
picture that they got since they've added the 7 teams.
Mhm.
I think it allows some of the sleeper teams that are the 7th
chance.
seed now to have a chance to make to the playoffs because we've definitely had that over the years. Which right now the 7th seed in the AFC
It's still gonna
is
be
the
like a contender, basically, like still like a good team. But you know, you have some years where it's like maybe it'll be like a lesser team getting a chance. That's what I was saying. People were thinking it was just gonna water down the playoffs, but at this point, at least for this
Nah,
year, it's not looking
nah,
like
it made this a very competitive year.
maybe a team that was hot and they just missed it by a game in the old format that you didn't want to necessarily have to play in the playoffs. Now they get a
Now
chance
you,
to get in, and
now
you
yeah,
you may
know
have to
because
play them.
all you gotta do is get in.
with the AFC, the lowest, the worst record that they have is 10-5, which that's a
Right?
good record.
Yeah.
And the NFC, it's a little weaker, but they have the worst record at 8-7, which still a winning record, but
It's a little bit.
um yeah,
It's
it's
a little
almost 50.
average, but yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, with that being said, go ahead since you won last week, Trey. We're not
Oh.
calling you Mr. Pickums though, but because you're not, but you can go ahead and kick it off.
Mr. Pickens, appreciate that. Appreciate y'all boys. Yes, Mr. Pickens will pop it off for y'all. Thanks for the respect, Vic. So, Miami
Shots to Europe,
versus
right?
Buffalo. Huh. To me, I just don't feel like what like I said, you I guess you want to play spoiler to division rival, but I'm going with it. It's gonna be no Fitzpatrick to bail him out, which I don't think he needs it. You need to let him go through it.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa is going to clinch the Dolphins' ticket to the playoffs. I'm taking the Dolphins. They have to win, so I'm taking them.
All
All
right.
right.
Steelers versus the Clowns. So
The Browns, man.
Baker, I mean, they're still not going to have their receivers, but I don't see us really starting the majority of our starters. Or if we, it's one of those games. I don't think we care too much about this game at this point. Like I guess, like you said, we could still potentially get the 2 seed, but how I'm personally looking at it, no matter if we're the 2 seed or the 3 seed, like we just talked about those teams that are gonna be coming in, is you're gonna have a tough out regardless of who you play. Whether it's the Ravens, Dolphins, Brown, you get what I'm saying? Like any of those teams, it's not gonna make too much of a difference if you're the 2 seed or you're the 3 seed, because all their records are pretty much identical. So does it really matter that much? Um, Mason Rudolph and Miles Garrett, part two. They just lost to the Jets. I'm taking the Browns though. I think if the Browns can't beat us with Mason, then I don't know. I really don't know what they were gonna do in the playoffs anyways. They don't deserve to go. So I'm taking the Browns though. Let's
Okay.
see. Ravens versus Bengals. While it would please me so much
To lose, to have
oh,
them lose. I know.
Tuesday would be oh my gosh. It'd probably be even worse than when he wore that Steelers jersey. Like, oh, I would love that episode. If the Bengals could knock off the Ravens and eliminate them from the playoffs. Do you know how
You're gonna bookmark.
ecstatic I
You're gonna
would be?
bookmark that.
You know how ecstatic I would be to see his face coming here on Tuesday?
He's gonna be like, all
But
right, let's hurt. He's gonna be like, all right,
for
let's hurry
being
this shit
Mr.
up.
Pickens, you have to make the smart choices, not what you want in your heart. So I'm
Right.
thinking the Ratbirds,
Okay.
but I'm definitely pulling for that upset, rooting for it.
Like he was pulling for yours. And he was next.
Vikings versus Lions, one of the only games that don't really matter too much tomorrow, but I'm taking the Vikings.
Gotcha.
Jets and Pats, but the Jets have been hot.
2 upsets in a week.
It wouldn't be crazy for me to take the Jets, but I'm taking the Pats. Come on. You can't lose to the Jets.
Bill. Come on, Bill.
Yeah, come on, Bill.
Come on,
Cowboys
Bill.
and Giants. The Cowboys fans have crawled from under their rocks.
Oh
And
yeah.
they think they really have, they think they're going to the playoffs. They have
Talking
an
big mess.
opportunity.
They do.
And they've been playing hot as of late. They've gotten hot the last 2-3 weeks. The
You're
Cowboys have
right.
looked good. But I'm going with Big Blue. I feel like the Giants are gonna break their hearts, and it's gonna make me
Okay.
so happy
Got it.
for Cowboys fans
Got it.
to be disappointed. Falcons and Bucks. Now, Vic, is it true that Shaq Barrett and Devin White are ruled out?
Yep.
So now you remember the first game, you guys had to come from behind to win that game. So the Falcons aren't just going to come out here and just lay down to y'all.
Mm.
It's kind of like
Without
similar to
and with your guys, I mean, Shaq Barrett and Devin White, they play a big part in that defense. Um, I could see the Falcons really taking this game, but I can't trust the Falcons to finish a game. They might come out and play 3.5 amazing quarters, and then you know how that goes with them. So I'm taking the Bucks. I just can't put my money on the Falcons. I can't do it.
Hey Trey, real quick, you said the Giants against the Cowboys, or
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I'm
got
taking the
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
got
taking the
Giants.
Giants. Saints and Panthers. They played them close the first time, but it's playoffs around the corner. They're trying everything to get that one seed back, so they got to take care of their business first and foremost. And I think the Saints are gonna handle business. Titans versus Texans. Not too much of a deep dive on that one. Sorry, Deshaun Watson. Hope it's better for you next
Hope,
year. I'm taking the Titans.
I just hope it does, man.
Jags and Colts. So I feel like the first part of their business is going to be easy, which is they got to win and hope somebody else loses. Jags versus Colts. I like the Colts to win that. Then it's just them watching the TV and hoping the Browns, Ravens, or Dolphins blow it. Chiefs versus Chargers. I want to say the
I know.
Chiefs, but who's starting? Is it
Chad Henne.
former Dolphin?
Fuck.
Still in the league. Crazy. That is crazy to me. That this man is still
Sorry.
Um, Then again, they won last year with backup when Mahomes was out. I'll take the Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs still. Broncos and Raiders. Taking Raiders. No deep dive on that one. Cardinals versus Rams. Again, my sleeper team for this year was the Cardinals. I need you boys to pull it out. I'm taking the Cardinals. Get into that postseason. Do what you got to do. Handle your business. Seahawks and Niners won't be like a matchup that you're just going to go in there and run through them. As we always talk about with the NFC West, they play each other tough every time, no matter the records. Doesn't really matter. But I'm taking Seattle. Packers versus Bears, left tackle or no left tackle. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers over Trubisky any Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
Packers win it. And football team versus Philly. Hurts has been hot. But actually, yeah, no, I'm going to take Philly. I'm taking Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, just because of the whole quarterback situation with the football team. I don't know what's going on with that. Haskins is gone. Alex Smith I don't believe he's playing. So, yeah. No. I'm going with the hot hand and Hurts. he finds a way to win that game. So but by that prediction, that means that the Giants are going to be the team representing the NFC East in the playoffs by calculation. With
Yep.
I have them beating the
Yep.
Cowboys, and I have the Eagles beating the football
Being the
team.
football
So
team. Yep.
that would put the Giants in the
Daniel
playoffs.
Daniel Jones in the playoffs.
But go ahead. That's Mr. Pickems picks. That's the hot pick. That's the right picks. That's gonna win y'all some money.
Hopefully it does. Anyways, Vic, go ahead, man.
All right. So with my picks, I have the ooh, I have the Bucks beating the Falcons. I'm not really 100% confident on that one because of the things that Trey spoke about earlier, but they didn't say anything about Tom Brady not playing. So as long as Tom Brady's on that field,
Quick
that's
question
all
with
that
that
matters.
though. Are they gonna be available for the playoff game? When did they go on the COVID list? Because I know in Pittsburgh, it came out today about Joe Hayden, and they're saying he's gonna have to miss week 17 and the wild card game. So that might be something you want to look into for the Bucks. That might be crucial.
I mean, honestly, if everything plays out the way that I think it will, we're either gonna have to play against the basically the NFC East winner.
Hmm.
As long as all the teams that win, they continue to win, most likely that's what's gonna happen.
So you're saying y'all gonna beat
Um,
the NFC East without Devin White and Shaq Barrett, basically.
I mean, Devin Mentor, he's done a solid job whenever he's gone in, where we haven't really missed a beat. I'm not saying Devin White is comparable to Devin Mentor. I'm not saying that, but it's
I get what you're saying. Hey,
yeah. So
next man up. I thought it was gonna
we'll
be a
see.
big drop off with Devin Bush and Spillane before he got hurt, and it wasn't. He came in to fill
So
the role. So
exactly. So yeah. Um, Baltimore versus Cincinnati. Taking Baltimore on that one.
oh,
Uh, Giants versus Dallas.
tough. I know.
I'm going with the Giants. They're gonna
Okay.
end it off the same way they started off the season.
Then
So
I know. Then I know what I have to do.
Miami versus Buffalo. I am taking Miami as well. Again, that's the team. For those that have been following, Miami's a team, one of two teams that I said that is going to make the playoffs. Um, Minnesota versus Detroit. I'm taking Minnesota. Jets versus the Patriots. I am taking the Patriots. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Oh man, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with Cleveland.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, as much as I don't want to see the Browns in the playoffs. Not saying that I don't want to play them, but just I want their drought to continue. I feel like
Some,
the fact that not
sounds like a
starting
hate.
Ben. Call it what you want, but it just yeah. Pittsburgh,
I
y'all,
got
y'all,
you.
y'all go ahead and continue the streak, man. But whatever. Arizona versus the Rams, man. Again, this is the second team that I had going into the playoffs, so I'm sticking with it. Arizona beats
Got it.
Los Angeles Rams. They're having some issues over there, so we'll see. We'll see. Referring to the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, their
Green Bay
issues started
versus
when they lost to the Jets. Actually, that's when their issues
yeah,
started.
Green Bay versus Chicago. I am taking that bad man over there in Green Bay. No questions asked. Uh, Jags versus the Colts. Taking the Colts to win this one, but I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised if the Colts somehow get an upset because them Jaguars, man, I don't know. They've been playing everybody tough, but
Uh,
again, we got the Colts winning that one, and still missing the playoffs. Los Angeles Chargers versus the Chiefs. Taking the Chiefs. Mahomes, no Mahomes. The Chiefs are still better. Uh, the Raiders versus Denver. I will be taking the Broncos. I believe in that team. That's one of my teams that I like, but unfortunately, they haven't been playing so well, just like the Houston Texans. Just a bad year for them all in all. But next year, they're gonna bounce back. Saints versus Carolina. I will take Carolina. Take my bad. I will take the Saints, even though they won't be having Alvin Kamara. They'll find a way to get it done. Seattle versus the 49ers. I am taking the Seattle Seahawks as well. Tennessee versus Houston. Same as Trey, taking Tennessee. Uh,
Notice how
Dallas
he's
versus
copying my
Philly.
picks, y'all. Mr. Pickems. Go ahead.
Dallas versus Philly. I am not taking the Philadelphia Eagles after disappointing me last week, losing to the freaking Dallas Cowboys. I'm going with my team that I've been talking about all season. Actually, I was wrong. I said two teams. This is the third team that I said was going to win a division. Obviously, they're going to be in the playoffs. So the Washington football team was my third team,
Yeah,
and they will make the playoffs as a
yeah.
division. NFC East champs.
Ooh,
So we pick
That ends my
Vikings and Lions.
Vikings.
Vikings and Lions. I
Vikings.
picked
Okay,
the Vikings.
gotcha. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Before we continue. There was an update that I received. It happened 5 hours ago, but Alex Smith is on track to start this weekend, and Scary Terry McLaurin, he is going to try to play. So that's just an update for the Washington football team. So
I'm
continue.
Oh,
sticking with my pick. I'm taking
Oh,
Philly.
you ain't got no choice. It's locked in.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm sticking with Philly. But go ahead, Spencer, with your picks.
all right. So now this is a very important one. It's the last one. So we have to end it on a amazing bang on this one, gentlemen. So I did everything. I tried with the boys. I did it with the Super Bowl and back in Tampa, and it got me some wins and some losses, but it just didn't. It just didn't. It just didn't help, Trey. So I have to go back deep inside me into the old well that works the best, and that's still a Vick, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I need the power so I can win this week. So let's do this. Anyways, um, Vikings and Lions. I'm picking the Vikings. Real easy, real simple. Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I would pick Atlanta, but y'all something about fourth quarters and y'all just blowing leads is y'all just get excited for. So I'm picking the Bucks on this one. um, Jets and Patriots.
You're taking the
You,
Jets. I know.
you know what? You know what? You know what? Bump it. I'm taking the Jets.
Oh,
I'm
Woo.
taking the Jets on this one. It's bump it. It's one of bump it. I'll take this ones.
Cocaine's a hell
Dolphins.
of a drug.
It is. Anyways, but I never did. I never did it. But according to Adam Gates, looks like he did. Anyways, moving on. Dolphins and Bills. I'm taking the Dolphins. Of course, we this is the win that we need. And yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins. Not Patriots, sorry. Steelers and Browns. I'm actually picking the Steelers on this one. Um, Giants and Dallas. Now, here's the problem with this one. We have bet against the Giants numerous of times and we all lost. It's because somehow the Giants pull out this win. So now, since y'all both said this, I'm picking the Cowboys.
Hmm.
Because I feel if I pick the Giants, the Cowboys is going to win. So to make sure none of that happens, I'm a pick them just to
So
make
you
sure.
you so you taking that sacrifice for that L because you know.
Sure.
and you
Let's
Yeah.
taking the
sure,
Jets and the
sure,
Cowboys
sure,
and the
sure.
Steelers?
Listen. It's a wild weekend. Let's make it. Let's go crazy. Anyways,
I'm a shoe in. I got this.
okay, all right. Ravens and Bengals. I'm picking the Ravens. Vic, don't let your team. Vic, don't be another example, please.
Yeah, we're gonna be in there. Don't worry about
All
that.
right, gotcha. Colts in Jacksonville. I'm picking the Colts. Titans and Texans. Man, Deshaun, I hope it gets better. But I'm picking the.
Watch that boy though, Vic, real quick. Watch that boy in Cincy. He got some legs. He's just he's very deceivingly quick.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, yeah, please watch them. Anyways, Titans and Texans. I'm picking the Titans. Cards and Rams. I'm picking the Cardinals. Saints and Panthers. Well, you know my saying, no C-Mac, that's still whack. Picking the Saints on that one. Packers and Bears. Um, Green Bay. Um, Still don't believe in Trubisky. Sorry. Chargers and Chiefs. Mahomes, no Mahomes, Sherlock Holmes. I'm picking the Chiefs. The Seahawks and 49ers. I'm picking the Seahawks. I think they I want to say they're getting it together, so I'm picking them. Raiders and Denver. I'm going to be with Trey on this one and be a Gruden grinder, and so I will pick the Raiders on this one. In Washington and Philly. Mm, mm, mm. Washington and Philly. I'm going with the Washington football team. As much as I love Hurst and what he has done to change that whole organization on playing for the Eagles, I feel like I just feel like it's going to be a very strong, tough battle for them. I don't think Hurts is gonna have a bad year. I mean a bad game. I don't think he's gonna have a bad game. It's just that I feel like the offense is probably for Washington. I think it's gonna be a little bit prepared. I don't know, especially since Chase kind of knows him. So yeah, but I'm picking the football team on this one, gentlemen.
So also an update for that Steelers game, Eric Ebron is also on the COVID list. Anything else that you guys had on this one?
Oh man, this is for all
I
the
just
peoples. I said for
Ravens,
all.
handle your business.
I just want to say that I'm glad that we are even this far. I remember when we were going into this whole season in the beginning, I did not think that we would make a full NFL season with the whole COVID situation. Honestly, I didn't see us getting through the whole season. So I'm just glad that we are at week 17. Granted, there are still some teams that are, dealing with the whole COVID situations and stuff. But for the
It could
most,
have been a lot worse.
a hell of a lot worse considering
It
how
could have been a lot
much
worse.
more contact they make compared to other sports, and then the fact, like I said, there's less restrictions. As you've seen, all these players, they're out in the clubs. In NBA, they were in a bubble. They eliminated all that. Now this season, though, we've already had a James Harden incident, so we'll see how much the NBA keeps it under control this season without the bubble. But
Right.
considering everything, I think the NFL, for the most part, did a good job. As far as some of like the suspending games or postponing games and like that whole aspect of it, though, that was a little bit like I feel like they need to get some stuff like written in stone, I guess. Like you can't move the goalposts for certain teams and then not for other teams. Like it has to be, they got to figure that part of it out, which
Mm-hmm.
they'll have an off season now to kind of look at this season and see what they could have done better or what other, guidelines they can put in place, I guess. But for the most part, I think they did a good job considering everything.
Yeah.
I agree for the most part. I mean, I'm just happy for the possibility of seeing Bucks and Ravens, both my teams, in the playoffs. But outside of that, NFL, like you said, consistency with the whole COVID. But hopefully by the time the season kicks off, hopefully, and I know it's unrealistic right now, but you never know. Hopefully they have a vaccine to, so we can have a smooth, season without all these hiccups or just any complications. Just, hopefully everything is back to norm in some sense. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Ready for some football tomorrow.
Yeah, this is like Spence said, this is gonna be one of the crazier week 17s. Usually around this time, it's more so just I would think seeding really. You typically have like one or two of those games where it's like winning you're in or you need to win and hope this person loses type scenario. But this for the AFC at least is like what you got 4 or 5 teams all
Listen,
like you're playing your game, but you're looking and
fighting for
watching to
survival.
see what other teams doing.
There's different
Like,
scenarios.
And then that
listen.
Giants and
All I'm saying,
Cowboys game is in that's a 1 o'clock game. So whoever wins that, okay, cool. That's one part of it. But then y'all got to watch the TV at night and hope Washington
yeah,
wins.
because you got
If they
Washington.
win, y'all win didn't mean nothing. Y'all still ain't going. Like,
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably like I said before. I'm gonna say it again, and for me, this is the last thing. It's probably the most stressful Sundays that football fans had in a very long time. A lot of teams, actually, some teams' fate is out of. If they win, some of their fate is out of their hands. They gotta let the football gods do what they do.
yeah, the
So
Colts are one of them. They can win and still not go. The Cowboys or Giants, they can win and still not go.
it's
But at the same time, their fate was in their hands. They should have lost one less game, and they won't have to worry about this. So that's their own
true. But here we are. But I'm good.
All right. So at this point, I know it's a new year, but you guys who've been watching, you know how this part goes here. So you don't have to agree, you can disagree, but at the end of the day, all takes are valid. All right, boys.
Yeah,